Charlotte's Web, like the book? I don't know. Let's jump into this video immediately, guys. This is a suggestion via a channel member. We'll comment throughout. Let's do it, guys.
They're calling it Operation Charlotte's Web. It's in full swing in North Carolina and already seeing impressive results.
But despite the success, hundreds gathered in protest over the weekend to push back against the operation.
Madison Scarpino is in
Charlotte,
Charlotte,
I can
North
read
Carolina.
her.
She's got
her
news
lips
from there for us. Hi, Madison.
I'm bad at that.
Good morning, you guys. The feds are hoping to get as many criminal illegal immigrants off the streets as they can.
Okay.
And they're already making progress with dozens and dozens of arrests since Saturday. And these arrests are happening in several areas around Charlotte as the mission is to ensure Americans are safe and remove public safety threats, according to DHS. Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bavino says they arrested 81 illegal migrants in just 5 hours.
Jeez.
And we're expecting that number to grow significantly.
Probably
Bavino says
will.
most of those arrested have a, quote, significant criminal and immigration history. And he says those crimes range from assault, larceny, hit and runs to DUIs. Here's former acting ICE director Ron Vitello. Listen.
They are absolutely going after the worst of the worst. People who are in the country illegally, have a final order of deportation, post-due process, if you will, and have committed other crimes in the United States. Heinous crimes. That's the targeting that is underway.
Keyword post due process. A lot of the people on the left are basically saying that no one is having any due process. Guys, you understand that by all default, if you want to make the argument for just because the people broke into the country, they signed up for asylum, they're technically not illegal until a court basically mandates for them to leave, right? So if you want to go by that specific argument, whatever. Apples and oranges, I guess. But either way, believe what you want. But if that's what you want to go by, then absolutely, they are by definition taking out the criminals because again, they have a warrant for deportation. They decided to run from that warrant for deportation because they knew their asylum claim was most likely economic based and not actually government suppressing them based, right? Reality.
But many Charlotte residents and local officials say these operations are causing unnecessary fear and uncertainty. As you can see in this video, many people are angry
why are we in the
about
woods?
CBP being here.
Oh, wait. I love signs. I love signs here, guys, because they're generally ridiculous here. Workers' struggle has no border. I guess for the context of asylum, it does because that's not asylum and they're claiming asylum. The next one here at the bottom says, derechos plenos. So it's like full rights. The one in the back says safety is not a crime. I agree. Safety specifically is not a crime, but if we're talking about the, let's say 10 to 20% of people who are actually here because the government is suppressing them or some type of actual asylum claim, then yeah, that makes sense. But if we're talking about the 80 to 90% of illegal immigrants who have basically entered into this country, and I'm saying illegal because they have committed asylum fraud, right? If you're talking about those people, they need to get out immediately, bro. Right? You're not here for anything else other than to basically withdraw funds from the United States of America and send money back to your country in forms of remittance. Guys, that's it here. They need to leave immediately. Sorry.
And on Saturday,
see some more signs, guys. Get ICE out of Charlotte to the ice rats. I feel caged. That's a bunch of nonsense. All right, let's get it.
Gathered downtown to protest Operation Charlotte's Web, and many of those protesters say immigrants are now.
Oh, I love those signs right there, guys. Hold on, no human is illegal. You're right. I would definitely say no human is illegal at all within the bounds of their own country, specifically. Or if you're here for asylum, again, I've never had a single issue with the concept of asylum or like refugee status. I do think that if you are going through something where your life is legitimately at risk due to your government basically coming after you, or someone is coming after you, et cetera, then I do think that if we can help, I think that we should probably help. But and there's a big but here. Just because you can't find a job in your country, that does not mean that you need to come to ours and lie and commit asylum fraud. That's illegal. Okay, fraud is illegal here, guys. All right, unless you want fraud to go away, then don't complain when you get a accidental charge on your credit card, bro. Because something tells me that none of these people would allow any of the illegal immigrants that have basically entered into this country specifically to move into their house.
Living in fear.
I'm a parent. My parent are immigrants. It's not okay having to worry like if they're gonna make it home or not. It's just not okay what they're doing right now.
Why guys? No one. Again. There's some people who I keep stopping because there's a lot happening really fast here. But I'm not sure many people have a problem with the concept of immigration, right? I think people have a problem with the illegality that's involved with immigration. I have never once said in my life, get rid of all immigrants. Why would I say that? That's ridiculous, guys. It's absolutely absurd. Again, an immigrant is a legal immigrant. Okay, so, and that's all that matters here. If you are illegal, then you just do not need to be in this country. That's just kind of how that works here. I think by default. So if your parents are illegal, then they need to leave immediately. Period. If they're illegal, what are you worried about? They're not deporting legal immigrants. What are you saying here? They have green cards, right? Or they're in the process of getting full citizenship, right? What's the problem here? Why are they worried? They shouldn't be worried. Stop listening to CNN, bro.
And there was also a small protest yesterday outside of a local DHS office. We know that 2 people were arrested, but right now it's unclear what for. But as you guys can imagine, things are changing quickly here on the ground, and we're watching it all. Back to you.
All right, Madison, thank you very much. Shows you how things are changing fast there, Brian.
Yes, I would get those police blotters up quickly so people think and will understand that they're not targeting Hispanic people or Central and South American people. And for that young girl, her parents have nothing to worry about if they're here legally.
See,
that's the problem. And if they had committed a crime besides breaching the border, that's going to make it doubly hard. And that's just it. You could get mad at ICE, but what ICE is doing is trying to correct what President Biden did, probably intentionally. He let about 10 to 15 million people here illegally, and they're spread out across the country, many of which have criminal records, and it's a lot easier to let them in than it is to round them up. And this is the part when they're rounding them up. But they have to also do communications to express to the American people that these people are not being targeted. It's criminals that are being scooped up.
There is also one component.
They don't think that they're criminals, though, bro.
Minimized. If you would just offer up the people that are in custody right now, then ICE wouldn't have to surge resources into your neighborhood. If you want to have an impact on this and you want the people that are working on farms and working in hospitality to have
slave
a
labor,
shot and
basically
go through
slave
the
labor
legal process, then the people that are in custody, that's the easy way to get the numbers up. The people that are in custody, just turn them to ICE. When they have a detainer put on someone, just allow them to scoop them up.
Right.
But they won't do that, Sandra.
You know, they're saying that the protesters on the ground are saying that this operation is causing unnecessary fear and uncertainty. Well, tell that to the victims of crimes of illegal migrants, illegal criminal migrants, some of who have felony assaults.
Oh, no. Guys, we're going to go ahead and mute all these crimes because they need to stop saying these things on
taking off the street
the
and further attempting to take off the streets there.
Very much a purple state. And keep in mind, there's a big Senate race right now. When you have the governor who was really reasonably popular, Cooper, when he left. And then you got Michael Whatley, who ran the RNC. So they're going to, Whatley's going to embrace this. And he's going to say, no, I'm for this. And Cooper's going to go the other direction. So people in North Carolina are really going to have a choice to make.
Yep.
All right, Operation.
Okay, Operation Charlotte's Web. Guys, that's a great name for things, guys. Like, whoever's naming these things, they need a raise, guys. I'm telling you. Listen, I understand if you are like a super like emotional being, I can imagine how you seeing all of these things and you want to basically wave a wand and remove certain aspects of the law. And it's just like, bro, I understand this makes you feel good fighting for a cause for people who are legitimately here committing crimes, right? I'm not saying that every single person that has broken into the country, referring to the 80 to 90% are actually going to commit a secondary or tertiary offense. I don't really think that's going to be true. I think that they will most likely commit that one singular infraction, let's just say that there, and hide. Because they know, depending on what state you're in specifically, the local government is definitely going to turn you over immediately, right? The reality. So I don't think that the large percentage of them is going to commit another crime. I don't think that, but the first crime is like so like damning, if that makes any sense. That it's like, bro, you're completely fine with people committing fraud and not actually benefiting the country in like a meaningful manner, right? Like you understand that, right? I mean, the labor is cheap. Right, but I get it. Just like a common, typical, left-leaning, Democrat. I mean, that supported slavery. I understand why they are like so adamant, specifically about getting super cheap labor. Contractors and landscapers and like a lot of the jobs that you pay someone cheaply for, that's going to basically give you a good service, if that makes any sense here. I understand why they want it, because it makes all the sense in the world. It's historically accurate to their cause. But either way, listen, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies, and I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings, and we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry. Right? Listen, like and subscribe.